Welcome to Game Stream number 14. Let's get right down to it, boppers. I'm your host, Devious Dave Rose. Had a great stream earlier. Had a great call with my new partner in crime, Tex. And be sure to check that chill stream out. I'm feeling like playing some games. And yeah, that Civilization game I was telling you guys about in the last stream really has me, feeling hard. So I want to get right back down to it, boppers. Hey, if you're here to enjoy, great. If you're here to bitch, go make a video or something. That's cool. Don't care. Shout out to Latino Heat in the chat and MK3 Kratos. And I'm sure there's many more hate watchers, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Big thing is, again, when it comes to the gaming, I just want to play games. I'm not interested in addressing stupid people in the chat. You guys are cool, though. I dig you guys. But, obviously you got a bunch of pickle kissers out there that don't seem to like my work and complain about nobody watching my streams, and yet they're there watching my streams. But I want to get back to this. Defrosting some ribs right now. And I'm going to be making those later tonight. But it looks like I'll be eating somewhat late. That being said, that leaves a lot of time for some gaming. And just got to send a link here. Let's see what this is about. Just got to check this, people. That's right, Costanza Civilization. And shout out to you, Costanza. But, yeah, we were doing really good on that last stream, that last episode. And I've got a hankering for some conquering. So, okay, that's an interesting tweet. So, let's get down to this. Let me just get this game playing here. Where is it? Windows? Is it Windows Capture? Where is it? No, there we go. KSP. Should name that games as opposed to KSP. I just got KSP, but all the games that I play are basically added sources in there. Yeah, I'll have to do that on some other time. Also, as a side note, I did consider playing some Kerbals today, just for the fact that I only recently learned that, as of probably 30 minutes ago, the Boeing Starliner mounted on the United Launch... what are they called? Association... Agency, well, ULA. It's a conglomerate between Boeing, Lockheed, and I think it's Northrop Grumman. But basically, all those organizations decided it would be cheaper if they all worked together to make rockets rather than each of them making them independently. So they're involved a lot with the NRO, the National Reconnaissance Office, secret until late 90s, I believe. Literally the most secret organization to date that's publicly been admitted existing in the U.S. bureaucracy. And they've launched a bunch of satellites, like spy satellites and that shit. They have control over the X-37 pseudo shuttle. Doesn't carry anybody, but it's remote accessed. It's stayed in space for over 400 days on one instance. So, yeah, they're well involved in stuff. But, yeah, this ULA launched, rocket launched the Boeing Starliner, which is not made for deep space exploration, but it is very similar to the SpaceX Dragon crew capsule, which is basically to ferry people and materials up to the International Space Station, which is located in low Earth orbit, or LEO. So that's on its way right now. It's already attained stable orbit. If you're interested in this sort of thing, Everyday Astronaut is a channel that I do watch. And he does review these sorts of things live and so forth. He's doing it right now, actually. But cool stuff. And they've got a crew on there, so they should be docking with the space station probably within the next 12 hours or less. And it depends on your insertion angle, velocity, and obviously other factors, depending on how quick you can get to the International Space Station. It could take up to 12 hours or more. It could take up to 2 hours. Depends on how you do it. The Russians apparently figured out a way, well, I don't know if they figured it out, but they utilized this method for them to actually insert themselves and get to the station within 2 hours. It was something to do with the way that they, I got to look this up again, but I remember reading the article. I was fascinated. Is that it's not just the inclination and the burn speed. It's different methods of utilizing, again, orbital dynamics, something I love to talk about, to optimize the launch so that it would actually get to where it needs to be in, no time flat, which, again, if this was something that was available when Columbia was damaged, you probably wouldn't have had the casualties that you did when that shuttle broke apart, over America. So, yeah, I don't want to go into the details about how NASA's failed miserably when it comes to protecting their astronauts, knowing that they're using outdated technology with no proper safety protocols. But that's neither here or there. We'll do that on some other show. Oh my God, 5 people watching. I'm not even playing the game yet. How's that feel, Shid? But yeah, now we play the game. So let's get this game going here, boppers. Let me make it full screen for myself. Make sure everything's working here. All right, perfect. So I can see the chat. And, well, great job, Dave. You did not transition to that screen. Very good job. Okay, so let's try this once more. All right. Second time's charm. All right, so VGA, Sound Blaster, and mouse and keyboard. So we're going right back to our save game. And we were playing on a world map, which had basically all the continents appropriately made, every civilization in their appropriate spot. And, yeah, so here we go. So Chief Trump, what's the latest date? 880 BC. All right, so there we go. Oh, yeah, I remember. The game fucked up on me. Do you guys remember that? The game basically just stopped responding. So I had to literally force quit it. And I may have gone further in time than the game saved, or than this game save state. That's the appropriate way. But at least I was able to recover it. So here we go. There we go. So we'll build irrigation here. Yeah, I think it did miss, because I believe I had this road already built. But regardless. Oh, yeah, and there was, barbarians and shit that landed. So we're going to have to, I think we're going to have to change this here. Oh, really? No, don't you tell me that's fucking up again. Oh, no! Well, the game's fucked up then. The game is fucked up. That's grand. I had such great aspirations. Let's see if I minimize this, if this will work. Will it work? Let's exit. No. You son of a bitch. Look at this. My game's corrupt. My fucking game is corrupt. I can't fucking exit this screen. I can't fucking... Like, because there's supposed to be two options here. Military and domestic. It stops. I can't change anything. Can't buy. Can't look. And I don't give a fuck if this game was made in the 1990s. Okay? This is unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. Alright, I'll put it out to the audience there. Do I try again? Do I try to do the same thing as before? Start a world map? Be the Americans? And try to continue? Should I do a new game? Should I do some Kerbals? Should I do some 688 Attack Sub? Should I do Fishing Planet? I want to hear what the people in the chat have to say. And even you, hate watchers, I know you're there. I know you're there. But at least give us your opinion. If I haven't banned you from the chat. But now to think of it, there's really only two people I've banned from the chat, to my recollection. Well, other than trolls, obviously. But, I mean, Shid and Scott, really. I don't believe there's anybody else that's not able to speak in chat. I think Tony can speak in the chat. I think Travis can speak in the chat. Seaman. Obviously, Ken. I think Ken has a wrench. Joe Cronin can speak in the chat. I think who else, had beef with me. But yeah, basically there's only two, really, that, because I won't deal with the spamming and shit. And I won't deal with the fucking faggots. So the spamming, obviously Scott did that in the past, and just won't tolerate that. And Shid, being a faggot, and just trolling and shit, I don't tolerate that shit. But other than that, I can't really think of anyone else who's actually, not prominent, but that's around in the community and is banned in the chat. America, fuck yeah, Kratos. So still no suggestions. I was hoping for some suggestions here, people. Come on, Kian. What should I be playing? Should I go right back at this and see if I can play a game that doesn't get corrupted? Should I just switch over to totally new game altogether? Come on, people, help me out. I mean, I'm willing to play just about anything, and everybody knows, including you, Shid. Hi, Shid. Hi. That it doesn't matter if I've got one person viewing. I'll still play. And hey, if that one person says, "Hey, Dave, I'd love to see you play so and so," I'm like, fuck yeah, I love all those ones. So it's like, you should eat this cake. It's like, well, I love cake, period. So you could give me any sort of fucking cake, and I'll still fucking eat it. Well, eat this cake, abso-fucking-lutely. So there's no punishment here, and I certainly don't subscribe to this idea that, oh, nobody watches Dave's gaming streams. Yeah, there's a few people that do. But more importantly is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm having fun playing on my own. I can literally talk to myself talking about fucking space, and I'm perfectly fine with that. You, however, don't seem to be. Probably because of your lack of confidence, as well as the lack of a father figure in your life. But, that is easily explained, considering you are a dirty limey there from the UK. So, still no suggestions in the chat. I can see you typing, people, but you're not typing suggestions. I know that most of you aren't driving, so it's not like you can't fucking spend a moment to type something in the chat there. I'm going to have to quit this game, unfortunately. So I'll fade this to this screen here. All right, well, since nobody wants to offer any sort of suggestion, I guess I'm going to have to take an executive decision. And since I do have some time to spend or burn, depending on how you wish to say it, I think I'm going to play some 6 at 8 attack sub. Oh, now Kratos says try a new save. I'm gonna have to start over again because that entire game seems to be corrupted. It's not really installed. I mean, you can run this game without installing it, so it's probably the save state. But you know what? I've moved on. It's time to play some 6 at 8 attack sub. So let's get this going here. That should work, yes. Make this, actually we'll transition. Next time, Kratos, next time we'll go back to playing as America and try to conquer the entire planet. So we're going to choose VGA. We're going to choose AdLib soundboard. So, this was the mission that I failed at least twice, I believe. Once or twice when I did it. But I've been polishing my skills, as it were. And I do believe that we will be able to win it here for you people. Let me quickly move this screen here because it's covering the chat. There we go. So, we're going to choose beginner. Standard is challenging. Again, back in my day, kiddos, beginner, novice, whatever, as you saw with Civilization, wasn't an easy setting whatsoever. So this will certainly be a challenge. Now, we're going to... Oh, and I'm going to need the manual. Because this motherfucker also asks for things in the manual. Well, we'll wait. We'll burn that bridge when we get there. So, we'll begin the game. And we'll get our mission. Yeah, this is where I need the manual. I should have had that prepped. All right, good job, Dave. Let's see, where did I save? Did I save that? Or did I just... There it is. I know. It's in my my favorites. That's not what I asked for. Okay, so let's try that again. So, come on. 6 at 8. Attack sub manual. PDF, that's the one I want. All right, so basically this is telling us that Key West, which is one of the subs, one of the Los Angeles class subs, which is what we're using, has this code word here. So the vertical and then 3 letters. We got to choose the 3 letters from, oh, there it is, Key West. Okay, so I got to find the phrase, the vertical. There it is. Hold on. The vertical gauge along the right side of the view screen show your depth relative to the ocean floor. So GAU is what we want. Hold on, no. Vertical, yeah. GAU. So I'm going to just switch back to the screen here. Hold on. Let me switch to this. I want to see this in the chat. All right, so GAU. Oops, GA and U. Now we're going to send the code. So we're now getting our mission orders. Commander-in-Chief, Atlantic Fleet. To the USS Los Angeles, SSN 688. Subject, Torpex. Welcome to the North Atlantic, Captain. You are to begin training exercise off the coast of the southernmost island of the Faroe Island chain. There are 3 decommissioned Forrest Sherman-class destroyers making their way northwest. God damn it, it's going fast. Okay, basically our mission is to disable all 3. Now, the Russians are apparently, the Soviets with Danny MT, they're in the waters. They're in American waters, and they're attempting to potentially interfere with these missions. So we must be very careful. And you have Danny MT in the chat, I should say, not the chat. Well, not that I see just yet. But when you have him in international waters, in American waters, you have to be very careful of the Finnish, Russian, American, I don't know. But you got to be careful of the Danny MT. So, Rear Admiral J.W. Ratcliffe III has basically said the weapons range is clear and weapons are free. So, we have the ability to, because these are obviously controlled remotely, we don't have to worry about any casualties. And that's very important. Shout out to Casey Israel in the chat. You may have seen one of his videos earlier today. He did a Pickman. Actually, I think I mentioned that earlier. But yeah, because you were airing live over me, but not really, because you were premiering it. So it was already a preset show. But yes, Casey loves to air over everyone, whether it be Nikki J, whether it be over Drew or myself. But he likes to do that. And yeah, if you like video games, console games and such, be sure to check him out. He's got some great stuff. He made a video the other day where played a game by Penn and Teller, and apparently it was unreleased. But I had no idea that the Sega CD system could play burnt games. So that was kind of cool to learn. I knew about the Dreamcast. I had a friend with a Dreamcast who was quite avid in being able to get just about anything he wanted. But yeah, it was a cool video, regardless. Says I finished a comparison, a Dreamcast copy and my arcade 1-up version of the TMNT arcade. Interesting, but if you really want comparison as to how much superior the Dreamcast is, and I saw this firsthand, you've got Jedi Power Battles, I believe it's called. And you take a look at the PS1 version, I believe, and compare it to the Dreamcast. And there is no comparison. The Dreamcast version is a delight. It is truly one of the greatest games ever created, and the graphic discrepancy between the two makes you want to vomit. It really is that simple. But we're not going to get too much into the console games. If you want to hear about that, listen to Casey's Rock, because he's got a bunch of consoles, and I've got only one. My original Xbox, which is modded, and it's awesome. But times are tough, Casey. Hard times. So if you want to buy my original Xbox that's modded, feel free to put in a submission, and we'll see whether or not you win the auction. But certainly, maybe we can meet at the border. I can just hand it over the border, and you can just take it that way. There's no shipping or nothing. But if anyone would, deserve truly my Xbox, because it's it's one of my most prized possessions because I've done so much to it and made it so great from my own sweat and tears. Modified it, made custom games, images, backgrounds, you name it, I've done it. And yes, I do not want to part with it, but if I was to part with it, it's like in the 1930s, the Depression, if you've got to sell your child during the Depression because you can't make ends meet, well, at least I know that this Xbox would be going to a good home. Will be cared and loved for, and even caressed, probably. Maybe licked. I don't recommend that, Casey. But, you'll probably kiss it, love it, hug it, because it certainly deserves a lot of love. This Xbox is a beauty. And let's remember, guys, the Xbox came out in 2001. This thing's 21 years old. Runs like a dream. Has tons of games on it. Modified to do whatever the fuck you want. And I got a whole binder full of fucking DVDs of games that, many of the DVDs have multiple games on them. And, well, I haven't played at least 50% of all the games that I have for the Xbox because I've got that many games. So, definitely worth. Don't put your dick in the disk drive. That'll break it. All right, so let's get back to this, boppers. We're gonna be playing some Cold War era video games, and this game I believe came out in 91 as well. Somebody look it up for me, but it's. Again, this is my generation. These are my games. These graphics certainly don't offend me. I don't need the latest, greatest thing. This works perfectly fine. So what we've got to do before we begin this is we've got to prepare a game strategy. We got 3 ships we got to take care of, and they're going to be utilizing helicopters. Anti-submarine helicopters to try to trace us. They'll be using sonar. They'll be dropping depth charges. We need to be careful. But there is a possibility of the Russians being around. And yes, Casey, Xbox, he says Xbox is a great console for modding. It is probably the greatest console for modding. Okay? There's no comparison. Nothing that came before and nothing that came after ever came close to what you could do with an original Xbox. Now, we got to be ready to rock and roll. Fuck the Russians. Well, fuck the Soviets, I should say. I like the Russian people. The Russian people are different from the Soviets. Soviets are fucking commies. But the Russians, good folk, good, hardworking people. Very ingenious and having to deal with very difficult situations. But, yeah, we're going to take out the Soviet Union. All right, so exit here. First and foremost, we need to start to load up all our stuff. All right, so next, periscope up. Okay, we've got multiple ships. There's that helicopter. We need this thing down. That is to say, we're going to be targeting that. So missiles already. We're going to be firing 2 off. We're going to turn our periscope here. Okay, so we're going to launch. Oop, hold on. Yeah, I know I need a target, dummy. Okay, so the closest one to us. Target. No? Let's see, top, right? Oh, we'll target this one here because it's closest. C. Okay, target acquired. Launch. Target too close. Oh, okay. Well, then what we'll do is we'll launch a torpedo. Target this one. Use the missiles. Yeah, but it is a fucking... Yeah, not armed yet. Come on. We got submerged contacts here. Waiting for a missile to prep. And we're going after D. Okay. Too close to fucking... What the... Okay, let's see what the fuck is going on here. Okay, so it's sinking. Too close to launch missiles. This is bullshit. Alright, assholes. It's not the way it went before, but, alright. Let's target you. Launch a torpedo. That should be sufficient to take him down. Launch another torpedo. And launch another torpedo. What do you mean you can't launch one yet? It's prepped and ready, asshole. I'm going to have to kill my entire crew for insubordination. This is unacceptable. It's ready. See? It's ready. It's red. It means it's ready. Can't launch another? Right. Okay, well, let's dive to 150 feet. Proceed at 2/3 speed. And we're going to run an analysis here. Bandpass. See what the fuck it is that's around here. We have oops. Okay. So, going this way, we've got these targets here. Something's pinging us. We're going to play our towed array. Good. One of our torpedoes is hit. Another one. Let's do a high band pass, I should say. Okay, so we've got something on the surface there. What is that? Okay, so that's the destroyer, the last one that we need to destroy. So, what we're going to do, that is, target's about 4 miles from us. We're going to launch a torpedo. Okay, so 2 torpedoes. Now, we've got something else submerged here. Something is fucking around with us. Well, guess what, asshole? First, we're going to try to analyze you. I got to look at the manual again. If it's closer to the right, it's usually a biological entity. This may be a submarine, so fuck, we've lost target. We gotta be okay. You know what? I'm gonna ping them. We see him again, we fire. I don't give a fuck if it's American. You do not fuck around with us. There we go. Launch. These are noisemakers. These are try to, you know, you shoot them off to try to distract, you know, submarines and stuff from identifying you. So you'd fire one off and you'd veer away, and you know, hopefully not be shot. So what's going on here? Are you telling me that it? There we go. All right, perfect. Excellent. I should have sunk it. So let's zoom out. And those torpedoes are chasing that target. I don't know if they still have it. But we're going to try to identify this now. There it is. Yep. So it's a submerged contact. So what we've got to do is, if we... Oh, there we go. Let's see what happened. Outstanding performance on the range today, Captain. It's reassuring to know that our submarines are in capable hands. Please express my admiration for your crew. See if you can sell 7 days of leave to your fine crew. So we succeeded quite quickly, quite expertly, and I'm awesome. So we're going to say continue play. And we're going to go to shake 'em. We're going to see how this works. Also, Casey, this game's available actually on the Sega Genesis. I saw that there's a bunch of videos that review this, and more often than not, they're not the PC review. It's the Genesis review. So I don't know if you've got it in your collection. I don't know if you've ever played it before. It's a fun game for me, and it seems fairly easy to play on the Genesis. So maybe you'll do that. I don't know. All right, so let's get our mission here, and we may have to go to the manual again just so that we can answer the questions. So. Actually, no, I think that's only at the beginning of the game. So, Captain, either you shake the Soviet Alpha on your tail, or I'm calling you off this mission. I don't have to tell you there's a lot riding on your success, including your career. Now do whatever it takes to throw Ivan for a loop. Unfortunately, I can't allow you to launch weapons unless the Russians decide they want to play hardball. So basically what I got to do is I've got to get the fuck out of there and avoid them at all costs. And this, I remember this game playing, you know, when I was a teenager. That, yeah, you got to go slow, you got to go low, and you got to be quiet. So this should be a challenge. This game, Casey, is called 688 Attack Sub. So, we're going to exit this. Well, we should load our weapons regardless. Nobody's saying that we can't use sound makers. But okay, so we need to do this. We need to deploy our towed array. We're going to need to do a band pass. And we need to shake the Russians. So we're going to go this way, and we're going to go deep. So, I'm going to dive to 150 feet and start at 1/3 speed. I think we might have to turn around. Yeah. So, do a quick stop here so that we can just turn around. And we're going to be heading in this direction. Now, I believe there's, yeah, it's clearly something here. Come on. Doing a hard left, hard to port, as it's called. Once we can get this in this direction, we can submerge ourselves even further, because these are deep areas here. Almost there. All right, there we go. So, sorry, back to navigation. We go to the computer-generated model here. Casey says, I'll have to check it out. Excellent. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to 2/3 speed, and we're going to drop more. If we look at the top view, we're going to see that we're right in the perfect spot here. Go back to this view, and we're obviously going to pass through here. Now we've got 2 targets apparently here. Let's see what those might be. We've crossed the thermal layer. That's important. We want to make sure that we are I did select the target, asshole. Target acquired, analyze. I did. See, this is fucking retarded. Okay, so we're at 750 feet. We don't want to go too low here, but we should be able to pass another thermal layer fairly soon. There we go. Okay. So now, almost 1,000 feet. Yep. There we go. Okay. So we're going to stay at 1,092 feet. And we're going to continue at 2/3 speed. We still have potentially some room that we can continue to sink, but we're trying to avoid any contact from the surface, and we don't want to go too fast because cativation level here. The faster you go, the more bubbles are created around your submarine, which means it causes more noise, which means it's easier for them to detect you using sonar. So passive or active. So yeah, we want to maintain this at a minimal level, and moving slow and steady certainly does keep us safe. But we have more space that we can advance further. So if we go like that, we're getting close to some walls here. But we also have to remember another thermal layer. Perfect. All these thermal layers actually help prevent you from being detected. So, we just have to keep that in mind. And but we also have to keep in mind as well how deep you go. The submarine can't go, to the bottom of the ocean. In many places, it'll just implode. So we got to avoid this Russian submarine that apparently is going to be trying to target us. And I'm going to do a high band pass right now. See if we can figure out if there's anything around. Nothing so far. But I do believe that this over here is a ship. Surface ship or maybe a submarine attempting to find us. So once we're over here, we're going to sink as low as we can. And we're going to just avoid all contact whatsoever. And that's how we're going to win. So we're almost, if we zoom in, we're almost to that section there. Go back to here. We just have to wait for that. If we go to the computer-generated image, now obviously there's primitive graphics compared to what we've got today, but it's still fucking awesome. And for them to have been able to do this, especially since these games fit on floppy disks, should be commended. So, let's see here. Costanza says, Casey, don't you have death to predict? Hey, my client is not guilty of getting anybody killed. Okay? Okay. So almost ready now to sink to deeper levels and avoid any... And we might be able to cross another thermal layer. Because, again, we're at the blue, this medium blue. And then here we've got even more. That's another thermal layer, basically. So once we get over here, we'll be able to sink even deeper and avoid any contact whatsoever, which is the intent of this entire mission. We've got to ensure that we aren't detected by the Russians, and we're not allowed to shoot them out of the water. So, almost there, though. That's good. So far, so good. We're at a depth of 1,208 feet. Going at a speed at 16.9 knots. Orientation of 110 degrees. All right, so now we're going to go back to our computer imager. We're going to dive. And we should be able to breach another thermal layer. And this, again, further will protect us from being detected. My concern really is the depth. Yeah, we can't go lower than that or we're really going to fuck ourselves up. This is basically our lowest level that we can go. This is our depth. I could push it lower, but yeah, it's 1,500 is the most. So we're gonna have to continue to pursue this. Let's see our map, top down. Okay, so now we're in the perfect direction. So if we zoom out, this is our bearing. We're heading in this direction. Now I can adjust this slightly so we turn a little bit to the right. We're going to see this move this way. Because I want to stay in the deep and the open. So there we go. So what we got to do is all we can do right now is just allow us to cruise. And hopefully we'll avoid any Russians, any Danny MTs. But there we go. Yeah. But yeah, basically that's what we're doing. We're trying to avoid at 1,500 feet, 16.9 knots. Any commies from finding us, whether they be Chi-Coms or Soviets. And we certainly don't want to go too fast because that will bring attention to us. And again, these seem to be the telltale signs that there's something here. There's some sort of ship, submarine, something. So we got to be careful there. But so far, so good. So far, so good. I remember playing this game when I was younger, and it was a challenge because, it can be tough. It actually can be tough, this game. Just like many of the games of the 90s. But, yeah, we'll see how successful I am. And I've played this game through its entirety. I've won the game. I haven't won it entire. I've won it entirely using the American side, but I haven't used it, entirely with the Russians to win that. It's somewhat challenging to play as the Russians. Um, the way that they print the language makes it difficult to read. Although it's supposed to be in English, they just flip letters around, and oh, it's Russian. But also the subs aren't as advanced, so there's certain systems that aren't available on the Russian subs as they are with the Americans. So, again, I support freedom. I support a constitutional republic. So that's why I play America. Fuck yeah. But yeah, if you download this game, which is abandonware, so it's free, you can play it on DOSBox, which is also free. You can play as either side. You can have fun, and I encourage you because it's a fucking great game. So as we continue, let's zoom in a little more. Our heading is in that direction, 120 degrees. If we take a look at our underground sonar view, we are in the clear. And again, we are 4 thermal layers below the surface. So that definitely allows us to stay safe, to not be detected, and to run silently. But we do have to be prepared. We do have our, because we are attempting to analyze things, we have our towed array deployed. And basically that's just a long antenna that hangs out the ass of the submarine that helps detect any noise that would then help identify some sort of object around them, submerged or otherwise. Could be whales, could be a ship, submarine, but that's what it does. But we've got that deployed right now, and we've got to also consider is we've got 2 of them. If push comes to shove, we can make a run for it, but we'd have to cut that. We could either retrieve the towed array, and that would take time, and we might get hit, or we could cut it off, and then basically escape. But you can't really go full speed with this thing deployed. We're at 2/3 speed right now. But if you want to go full speed, you got to either retrieve it or you got to cut it loose. And again, you only get 2, and this is what helps you detect things. So it's good to play it close to your chest. Hi, Shid. Hi. Hi, Shid. Hi. Well, this is a great game, and it's a lot of fun. And yeah, it takes patience, but most good games do. Not I want instant gratification. No, this is about the challenge. This is about you proving that you can survive the same sort of situation. A long, arduous task that takes time. So let's take a look at where we are on the map. We're now getting into this area, and we are cruising at again a depth of 1,500 feet. Speed at 16.9 knots, nautical knots, I believe. But we shouldn't be able to be detected at this depth and in this bearing. So we'll see. But we do have weapons ready. They're all loaded. In fact, let's select a torpedo just in case. And yes, some people might find this boring. Oh, there's nothing happening. Yeah, because the whole mission is that you're trying to avoid the Russians. You're trying to make sure that they don't detect you. You're trying to escape them from attacking you. So yeah, you might find this boring if you're a fucking retard. But you might also find this intriguing and want to play it on your own because you recognize that it takes true mettle to be a man and to have patience. But not like Shid's going to recognize that sort of thing. You know. Because he's a pickle-kissing faggot. But you already knew that. So we're gonna certainly win this one. At least I intend to. And yeah. All right. So we are in the direction you can see here, almost southeast. So now you can see our direction there. You can see our depth here. This is where we are. That's the ocean floor. So it's quite deep at this point. 17 minutes according to the game time has elapsed. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, I think we're on a good course. We don't have to worry too much. We can't go any deeper, because if we could, I would. But yeah, so far so good. No, nobody pinging us with their sonar. We remain undetected so far, which is our mission, and we're making along swimmingly. No pun intended. So I'm going to zoom out. Now, there's no fast forward in this game, so we can't really do too much about that. But, yeah, we should be good. I mean, I've played this level before, and really it just took a matter of you just avoiding the Russians, and it didn't really take much. So we'll continue on our course. Hope you guys are doing good today. Tomorrow is Friday, after all. Happy Friday, preemptive. I don't know if Ken's doing anything live. You got Monetize This tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be doing anything. Maybe. We'll see. I've been feeling some karaoke. We'll see. Saturday you got Insomniac. You got Joe Cronin's Beat the Clock. There may be something else on Saturday night. Sunday you've got Derailed News and Podcast. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. So it's not like there's a lack of things. So we will continue on. And hopefully we can finally get recognized for winning. Because 20 minutes into the game time. I don't know if it's accurate. No contact so far. And that's really all we got to do is just avoid contact. There we go. Oh, it must have heard me. 20 minutes. Oh, it's top secret. I don't know if I should be repeating this then. Captain, that was the weakest excuse for an attempt at evasion that I've seen since cadet training in the game room for the academy. I don't have the time for you to practice routine evasion procedures in a real-world scenario. Because of your incompetence, I must extend another submarine's patrol period. You have completely compromised your mission, Captain. Return to port at once where I can personally oversee your remedial education and submarine tactics. The fuck are you talking about? Did I get fucking pinged? No. Did they find me? No. So, what the fuck are you talking about? This is hilarious, people. This is fucking hilarious. You're telling me, Admiral, that I accomplished the fucking mission and I failed. Is that what you're fucking telling me? Because I'll put a bullet in your fucking brain right now. I failed this? How did I fucking fail this? You wanted evasion? You got evasion. Did the Russians find me? No. So, what's the fucking problem? Alright, let's play again. Let's play again. Let's see what this fucking faggot wants to say. Again. I said begin the fucking game, stupid. Alright. Let's make sure there's no complications, no confusion here. Either you shake the Soviet Alpha on your tail, or I'm calling you off this mission. I don't have to tell you there's a lot riding on the success in your career. Now do whatever it takes to throw Ivan for a loop. Unfortunately, I can't allow you to launch weapons unless the Russians decide they want to play hardball. But they never got onto my tail, stupid. Like, what the fuck is your problem, Admiral? Are you fucking retarded? Are you fucking retarded? What are you fucking talking about? Do I have to let them track me and then shake them? Is that what you're telling me? Because I don't understand exactly what you're fucking talking about here. It's fucking ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Alright, fine. Let's load up again. So, they want us to be noisy. They want us to fucking, basically let other people know where we are. Okay, fine, Admiral, you fucking piece of shit. Okay, fine. You want people to fucking know? Well, let them fucking know. How about that? Gonna go to Periscope. Let's see if there's anything on the surface. Nothing on the surface. Alright, so put the Periscope down. I'm gonna target that. I don't give a fuck what the fuck it is. It could be a whale, whatever. We're gonna launch it. Oh, no. That's a surface missile. Well, technically we're not allowed. God damn it. Alright, fine. I mean, I do want to start World War III, but okay. Let's go to 2/3 speed. We're going to dive to 150 feet. And we're apparently going to wait for them to track us, I guess. And I don't understand. Again, like you want us to be tracked so that we can shake them, Admiral? See, oh, there we go. So what do we got here? Target. All right, so that's unknown surface. Okay, so we're going to deploy our towed array. I said we're going to deploy our towed array. And we're going to target the first vessel here and analyze it. See what kind of vessel this is. This is a surface vessel. It might even identify it. We'll see. It does not. Okay. So we're probably going to want to continue in this direction and avoid these ships. And I believe they are surface vessels. Yeah, it's surface contact. Let's do a target pulse. It's not the best idea because it identifies where you are, but it'll identify somebody else who's out there, like the commie scumbag that this is. Let's analyze it. Chances are, computer, it'll analyze it to being a submerged submarine, and it does right there. So, scumbag piece of shit. All right. Continue to head in that direction. Let's check out our... We're going to dive, actually. And keep an eye on this here. We're at 2/3 speed, crossed a thermal layer. I'm going to stop here for now. We're going to continue and then go further down. Did I hit it? Damn it. I may have scraped the ground. Okay, so we need to go to, where is that? The sub. Okay, so one of these systems may be ship system 60% operational. So I'm not sure whether or not I scraped the ground or if we got hit by something. I kind of think that we may have scraped the ground, but it could be possible we got hit. Let's zoom out here. We should be able to avoid this stuff if we go to this underwater view. Yeah, should be good. And we've got 2 targets up here. Those are surface targets. So let's do this. It's a merchant ship and another merchant ship. So hold on, C, right? C and D. C and D. Yeah, 2 merchant ships. We don't have to worry about them. Latino Heat in the chat says, Dave with poofy hair and retro glasses. I don't know. My glasses game has always been on par. And poofy hair, I don't have Jew hair. I don't have a Jew fro. Mello does, though. All right, so you can see here that's the thermal layer that we crossed on this scale. But we've got to continue to avoid what we're dealing with here. We go out here. Okay, we're continuing this way. I don't want to go down too much until at least we're at 522 feet. That's not bad. We could go lower, but there's a lot of area around here that does rise up. And I don't want to really, scrape the ground. But, yeah, see how that just jumped up? Okay, so now we're going over a part of the ocean floor that is a lot higher than a lot of the other areas. So if we look at this, the top, you can see, yeah, so when you go over the lighter colors, those are higher up. So I got to be careful. The dark blue ones are the ones that are really deep, and as we saw, despite the fact that I succeeded in shaking the fucking Russians, that it was still not acceptable. Fucking unreal. Somebody's got to take out that admiral, because this is just unbelievable. I did exactly what was asked of me. Nobody pinged me. Nobody found me. I was silent, and I got away. And yet that was the worst excuse of a fucking operation, this guy said. If I fucking showed up at his office, I'd fucking, put a bullet through his head. We just saw something here. What is this? No, not contact has been lost, asshole. There's an unknown submerged object. Let's see what the fuck it is. Don't be stupid. Oh, Latino Heat's referring to the sonar guy. Yeah, that's... No, it's not me. I don't think so. But yeah, this motherfucker I think is coming my direction. I don't know if that's his bearing there. But we're not allowed to fire upon them, unfortunately. So we're going to have to keep playing silent. And we're probably, as soon as we're over here, we're going to dive down deeper. As you can see that, yeah, see that went up? Yeah, because we're going over mountains. But once we're in the right spot, we're going to try to get a little bit closer down. We got to watch out for this motherfucker. He's submerged. He's heading in that direction. But he's looking for us. But apparently, last time when I evaded them, it wasn't enough for this fucking pickle-kissing admiral. Like, what the fuck? Okay, I succeeded the first game with flying colors. Okay? Okay. And then we got all these ships here. What the fuck are you guys congregating there for? This is a war zone here, people. It's a fucking war zone. What are you fucking doing? 3 merchant ships. Maybe I should just fucking shoot you guys. Because I was told I can't fire on the Russians. Nobody said I can't fire on merchant ships. Alright, so let's zoom in here. I said zoom in here. You goddamn fucking piece of shit. And we are substantially above. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to dive a little bit. We may be able to pass a couple of thermalaos and ensure that we don't get detected. We'll zoom out. Where's our direction here? I can't see my direction. Right. Indubitably. We don't want to get too close to the walls here, but we try to manage things a bit. Should be good. We're still going to have to deal with these ships here, which are going in this direction. This is, I guess, the one that we're supposed to be avoiding. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to make him pay attention to me and then try to hide? Because I literally survived the last, attempt. Nobody found me. So, I don't know. Let's see what the fuck this is. So it's a Victor 3 class attack sub. That's Russian. So that apparently is the one that's supposed to be chasing us. Okay, well, he's doing a terrible fucking job. What do you want me to do? Alert him of my location? Admiral? You fucking ponce? I mean, you haven't authorized me to use weapons. I can't fucking shoot him out of the water. So what the fuck do you expect me to do? I swear. If I was in this sort of situation, I wasn't in a 688, and I was in more of a ballistic missile, sub. I mean, I have enough missiles, or I should say, warheads on the missiles in the sub, on the bottom of the ocean. They could literally wipe out life on Earth and initiate a cascade of destruction. So, if that was the case here, I would launch it to everybody and everyone. So, because this is just sad. Fucking sad. This is the shit that I gotta deal with. As a captain of a Los Angeles class attack sub. I mean, yes, we can launch, missiles. And those missiles could potentially be armed with nuclear warheads. But unfortunately, I do not have that access on this vessel particularly. But I wish I did, because, I'd start some shit. So and again, there's no talk about me avoiding American ships. Just about, oh, don't, you got to shake Ivan. You got to shake Ivan. Okay. I got to shake fucking Danny MT. Fine. Cool. Let's steer out of the way here because it looks like we might crash into a fucking wall. There we go. Those are the three merchant ships right there. All we got to do is basically just get underneath them. They're continuing on their own way. That's fine. Now, what we do want to do is target this motherfucker and see what this is. No, that does not look like me. Still no. It's could be a whale. Could be a whale. That's oh, it just disappeared. I wanted to get that second one here. I think that one might be an actual sub. So you got this wake here. This is the cavitation, as they call it. So there's a disturbance in the water that basically indicates there's something that's not natural. But again, I don't understand what the fuck they expect of me for this. I avoided it the first time beautifully. Beautifully. What do you want me to do? Fucking hit them with a torpedo despite the fact you've ordered me not to, and then escape them? That's a war crime. That's you're basically calling. Well, it's not a war crime, but it's basically it's a declaration of war. You're initiating an instance, and yeah, that could be argued in The Hague and all that stuff. But coming from a non-attorney at law, trust me, that'll warrant an immediate nuclear response, and we don't want that. But yeah, apparently we gotta fucking deal with this shit. So let's see. Okay, so there's the fucking target. So target. There we go. Analyze before it fucking decides to disappear. What do we got? Probable sub. So the first one might be a whale, but this is most definitely some sort of submerged contact, which is probably a sub. These ships are sailing this way on the surface. I'm continuing on this way. Still no contact. We'll see what happens. Because I swear to God, if this fucking admiral again tells me that I haven't performed appropriately despite actually accomplishing the mission, there's going to be big problems. I'm going to have to potentially talk to Osama bin Laden and, figure out how we get a plane into the Pentagon. That's the going story, right? That's what you kids are saying these days, that it was a plane that went into the Pentagon. I think that's the going thing. Hey, but what the fuck do I know? Except for facts and reality. But okay. Our vessel continues to proceed. Let's zoom in. We may have to do a hard left here. Yeah, we're going to have to do a hard left, redirect ourselves. Yeah, because this is where we want to go. We want to go in that direction. There we go. There we go, me hearties. Perfect. Perfect. So we have a target there, which is interesting. Let's Let's analyze it. See what the fuck that is. Tito says in the chat. If you were an adult in the 80s. Or back if you were an adult in the 80s is what he meant. When I played this mission, I used the ships to mask my signature. Interesting. I didn't know you've ever played this game. And that might be, we might need to play against each other online. So, let's see here. Navigation, we want top. Okay, so we've got ships here. And again, this is probably one of those other merchant ships, because they are all congregated in the same area. But that was probably a Russian sub. But what we're trying to do is basically just avoid all this stuff. And we may actually, I think we're going to actually go deeper. So let's take a look at this here. And yes, this is showing our distance here to this to the bottom, I guess. This is good, though. This is good. Because we want to cover, again, we want to cross multiple thermal layers and not be detected. We have a maximum depth of 1,500 feet. And that should at least defend us from any potential detection. Okay, so we're going to stop at 1,185 feet. Latino Heat says, I owned all the Micropose war games when they came out on the Commodore 64. Well, this one's for PC, but I'm sure it came out for, multiple platforms. In fact, I know it. I know it came out for the fucking Sega Genesis. So, yeah. So this is cool. We're, if we look at top view, we're actually going through a nice little valley here, underwater valley. We'll see whether or not we get castigated again by the Admiral, but I've accomplished already twice. I don't even have to finish this, but already twice accomplished exactly what was requested of me. You are to avoid detection from the Russians. Done. So, and I'm not allowed to use weapons. Done. So, don't bring me this bullshit there, Admiral. Okay? The fact is, you asked for something, you got it. And you got it good. So, you can't say shit. Now, I think that this mission ends at 20 minutes. So, we get about, according to the game, another minute and a half. But, still haven't been detected. I don't know what it is that's expected of me other than accomplishing my mission as was requested. I haven't been detected. The Russians, I've shaken off the Russians. Again, what do I have to purposely get their attention and then shake them off? That's what you want. You want to cause a potential international incident by me basically enticing the Russians and then trying to shake them off? That's what you want, Admiral? Are you trying to start World War III? Like, what the fuck is this shit? Seriously, if I was Commander-in-Chief and this guy was my fucking, naval officer, I'd put 2 in his fucking head. Right there. Done. "30 seconds to see whether or not..." Well, I think it ends at 20 minutes, but regardless. Are we going to see a resolution of this, Admiral? Are we going to see this? I haven't been detected. Okay, I've detected the Russian sub. I've identified it. It's on my fucking sonar. Nobody's found me. Nobody's caught me. Is this a failure? Is this something that I wasn't able to accomplish? Game over. Okay, let's see what happens. I swear to God, do I need to put a bullet in his head? That was the weakest excuse. Listen, you fucking piece of shit. What the fuck did you want from me? You asked for me to avoid and evade, and I did. Did the Russians catch me? No. Did I get in a situation where they fired weapons on me? No. Was I able to identify them and all the other vessels in the vicinity? Yes. Were they fired upon? No. So tell me again, Admiral, you fucking faggot. What were you hired by Obama, you piece of shit? Were you hired by Obama for taking it in the pooper? To say this shit? I succeeded 2 times now. 2 times with the mission that I was requested to do. Evade the Soviets. And I did. Did anyone catch me? No. Was I able to identify all those around me? Yes. So explain to me again how I fucking failed. How this is the weakest excuse of evasion. I wasn't even found, asshole. I wasn't even found. If you don't seem to understand that is total evasion, you're a goddamn fucking moron, and I gotta fucking drown you in your own fucking urine, you fucking piece of shit. This is fucking pathetic. 2 times now. 2 times. Where I accomplished exactly what's requested of me from these supposed superiors. Literally, I should be the one in control of the entire fucking Navy. And in fact, I would nuke some of these fucking subs because of the insolence and bullshit that we're seeing here. What the fuck is expected of me? What the fuck is expected of me? I did my job. And we're having to deal with this fucking bullshit. Unfucking real. You know what? Maybe, you know what I want to do? I want to play fucking Russians. I want to fucking shoot these motherfuckers up for fucking me up. So let's see how this fucking works. All right. See, and look at this. Okay, so they just turn letters around and they expect you to be able to read this crap. So, 2 Soviet Navy... See, look at this shit. 2 Navy congratulates to Linsky. I can't even read this shit. So, we've got to be 5 miles from them to potentially fire on them. So, these fucking assholes. Again, oh, it's so quaint to put things backwards. I think that's the... Hold on, where's the sonar? There we go. Target. Okay, asshole. Fuck off. I don't care. Fuck off. I don't care. Look at this shit. I'm going to analyze this. It's probably the fucking Los Angeles class. Let's see what it says. Might be a whale. Let's see what this is here. In fact, I'm going to ping. Okay, that's probably a sub. Yep. What do we got? Target. It's still submerged. Okay, so active sonar. I don't give a fuck, stupid. I don't give a fuck. Just fucking do the goddamn fucking active sonar. That's it. These fucking Russians. These fucking Russians. So we're going to target this. Oh, still submerged. Okay, great. So surface yeah, I don't give a fuck. You know, at this point, I don't give a flying fuck. We're going to continue. We're going to go at 75% speed. And we're going to pursue both of these submerged targets. We've been told to stay 5 miles away, I guess. Don't care. We're following these pieces of shit. And that's just how it is. And you can see that the submerged contact is leaving us. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to, in fact, we're going to go to 100% speed. No, we're going to go to 100% speed. Oh, you don't want to listen. Okay. So let's go to 150 feet. 150 feet. 150 feet, you fucking Russian scumbag pieces of shit. So we've got, there's something that just flew over us. Probably a whale. Okay, look how stupid this fucking shit is. Okay, so what do we got? This should be able to identify it. If it doesn't, then it needs to die. Okay, so it needs to die. Typical Russian fucking technology. Absolute fucking trash. And you know what? We're going to let them know exactly where we fucking are. Active sonar. Nobody said nothing about staying silent. Nobody said anything about that at all. So. We're going to zoom out. Oh no, we can't do that because... Oh, shit, I just cut the towed array. Good job there, Dave. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to pursue this submarine. Zoom in. Oops. And we are, I believe, at 150 feet, so that's good. Actually, let's see. We're going to flank them. Yeah, we are flanking them. And we're going to ping them. See, this does not have what the Americans have, which is where you can generate the computer graphic of the you know, underground or the underwater sort of contours and so forth. So it is a challenge, but I think maybe I'm just gonna fucking fire on these motherfuckers. Target. I'm gonna analyze. Oh, hold on. That's funny though, what you're saying there. Okay, so we've got to pursue this fucking ship. We're going to do a hard left. And we're going to join in here. Now, what I'm curious about is why I can't see the direction of my vessel. So it wants to hide it, huh? Okay. We're going to find this motherfucker. Alright, so we're heading in this direction. Let's go out. So it was somewhere around here. So we're going to go to the right. There it is. There it is. Okay, so we're going this way to try to grab them. Deploy the towed array. Oh, we cut the towed array, so there's only one on this one. God damn it. Alright, so active sonar. There's YR again. He went this way, so we're going to have to do a hard right. So we got something there. Let's see if I can target it. Okay, so let's see. Can we get this targeted? Fuck. Torpedoes. Target. I don't give a fuck. Let's launch it. Oh, I fired a noisemaker. Great. Let's fire it. Something above me or around me. Do an active sonar. Contact been lost. Let's come to a full stop here. We've got hold on. Unknown surface contacts, which we're not allowed to engage in. Got our torpedoes going, trying to search for whoever's out there. Let's do another ping. We've lost the Russian ship. I don't know if this is going to end at 20 minutes, but can't seem to find him. He took off like the coward that he is. So this is apparently chasing him. Let's do active sonar. I'll probably fail this mission as well. If I can should be able to detonate this. There we go. See what happened. Alright, commies, what you got? Were you waiting for the Americans to pull over and invite you in for vodka and caviar? You wave. What does it say? You wave. Not what I asked for. Okay. Let me just pause the video here so I can see what the fuck's being said. Wounded the fight of socialism and inflated the imperialist ego before allowing? I can't read this shit. The swing to slip from your grasp. Return to port quickly. I will enjoy prescribing your punishment. You fucking commie, learn how to speak fucking English. But, okay, cool. Not the way I was planning for it to go, but okay. This game's obviously quite the challenge. But yes, let's do this. We've been going on for quite some time. We've been going on for about an hour and 49 minutes. I think I'll go for another, 10 minutes just to round it out for a nice even 2 hours. And yeah, it was fun for me. I don't know if you guys had fun, but I certainly did. But no, excuse me. I like these games. They might be old. The graphics might be primitive, but they're fun. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. They're fun to play, and for those that either remember these games or are just interested in new games, these things are free. You can download them, you can play them on your old computer, and they'll still work fine. So keep that in mind if you're ever interested in having some good old fun that doesn't require the latest and greatest. I don't know. I mean, if anyone wants to call in for the final few minutes before we end the show, you're free to do so. But yeah, I had fun playing. Would have liked if Civilization actually worked, but it looks like I'm gonna have to restart the entire experience. So that's fun. Great stuff. I had fun playing today. I really couldn't care less how many people were here or weren't here, and there was quite a few people here. I do appreciate you guys. I do also appreciate the fact that shit is probably seething pissed at the fact that he continues to get proven incorrect. And that, yes, people continue to watch me, regardless of what he wishes in his demented little mind. But I remain here. You have not humbled me. And I remain your king. Absolutely. I don't know if anything is going live tonight. Could be. Haven't seen anything so far, but you never know. I'm done, I believe, with streaming tonight. Did 2 streams already. And yeah, I had fun. Talking with Tex, talking about stuff, and even playing the games. Probably will end up doing a Kerbal stream at some point soon, just to, again, because I'm intelligent, unlike Shid, that I might do something to try to emulate the Boeing launch that I was talking about earlier today, and try to copy what they are attempting to do, which is to launch into orbit and then dock with a space station. So, yeah, should be a potentially cool idea. And, we always have Too Many Chefs and many other shows, because apparently I don't have any content other than drama. But, hey, what can I say? So, I guess on that note, let me just check how long we've been going on here for. I do like those round numbers, after all. Why is it not showing me? I don't know why it's not showing me. We try it again. Yes, no, maybe so. No, yes, Kate, take a guess, as they say. Fuck it. We're not gonna waste your time any longer. We're gonna wrap it up. I had fun. Possibly you guys did too. If you didn't, I don't know why the fuck you're here. Go fuck yourself, shid. Cinder block to your fucking face. And we'll see you all next time.